Hey there, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can make your offer instantly appealing. I love this concept because I feel like, if you want to stand out immediately to any person who would be a good fit to work with you, these are the three factors that you need to work into your offer, your messaging, and your marketing so that you instantly stand out, have that instant appeal, and make them want to buy now, not later. So let's go ahead and dive in. If we haven't met before, my name is Samantha Hoylett. I'm a sales messaging strategist, copywriter, and urgency expert, and I love helping my clients have the bold messaging and marketing that they need to stand out and sell more clients into their signature offers. And I developed this concept because I feel like I see so many brilliant business owners who feel like, okay, if I want to make my offer more instantly compelling and make people feel like, oh my gosh, need this, want this, love it, take my money right now, then they feel like they only have a few options. What I see people do is things like, okay, I'm going to run a flash sale, I'm going to run a discount, I'm going to do a big sales push with a deadline to join, I'm going to offer a bunch of bonuses, or I'm going to change the offer and actually add more calls, more features, and more support. And, there's nothing wrong inherently with any of those individual strategies, but it's like, I want you to know that you can literally take the offer you have right now, as it is right now, at the price it is right now, with what it includes right now, and create more instant appeal for your offer. And I think this is an important thing to know how to do before you decide to add all those extras and bonuses and discounts and deadlines, because you want to make sure that you are as powerfully communicating the value of what you do and making that clear to people before you start relying on those strategies. And you might find that when you have these strategies in place, people are faster to be like, oh my gosh, need this, sign me up. And you realize maybe you don't need to run any of those things at all. Okay, so let's dive in. So like I said, I feel like there's all these strategies to create instant appeal, but I want you to think about instant appeal as more of how can I take the best, most unique, most compelling parts of my offer and put it towards the front. Because you think about like when you are about to sign up for something, right? Or you're about to buy a service, you're about to sign up for a course or a program. There are some almost subconscious things that you're looking for that aren't just about what it is, what's included, and how much it costs. And that's part of what this instant appeal framework really helps uncover and put into your messaging and your marketing front and center. And why this is so valuable is once you do this, once you have these 3 Ds in your copy, in your marketing, and even how you position and sell your offer, that's when a few different things happen. Number one is that these 3 Ds really help handle objections up front. They really help you know, those questions of is this what I've tried before? Do I really want or need this? Can I really get started right now? These 3 Ds answer each of those things. Number two is that if you are currently signing clients, you're making sales, you're moving and grooving, but it's most people who work with you have either worked with you before, or you have a prior relationship with them, or they've been in your audience for a long time, or it's a referral. Having these instant appeal factors in your offer, your messaging, and your marketing is going to help you have broader appeal even to people who are relatively new to you and the work that you do. Because again, we're pulling out kind of the things that are going to grab their attention and get them excited and ready to say yes. Okay, without further ado, let's talk about what the 3 Ds of instant appeal are. So the first one is different. How is your offer different and better than what they've seen or tried before? And I think one of the big mistakes people make when trying to sound different is just throwing out cliches this isn't your average program, or this isn't another course that's going to sit on the shelf, or this isn't going to teach you things you learned in 2022. And it's okay, all of those are, you're saying that you're different, but you're not actually telling me how you're different. I didn't actually learn anything about how you're different. You just said that you were. So when you're thinking about showing how you're different, I want you to really think about okay, what is in this offer that you're doing that isn't in other things that they have tried? What is in your offer that is different than them doing it themselves? What is in your offer that's, that, or maybe even something that you don't have in your offer on purpose because it's a waste of time, it's a distraction, it's not necessary for them to get the result? Right? So really think about that. And I think it's easy to get into our own bubble of like, oh, well, everyone in my space does that. Do they though? Do they though? I bet they don't. So really think about like, even like take a peek at like people who offer similar things to you and just make a note of like, oh, it's really common that people offer this and I don't, but here's why I don't. Or, oh, I include this and nobody else does. Maybe I should be talking more about that. Right? So just like start like stretching your brain about like, am I different? How is this offer different, special, and unlike anything that they've seen or tried before? And this is going to come down to you having a unique point of view. You want to make sure that you have a specific way that you are approaching the problem, right? So how are you approaching that problem differently? And again, why it's not interchangeable with something they've seen or tried before. So some prompts to play with to think about how you're different is, what do you believe that most people in your industry don't? And what do you do instead of the common advice, and why? Right? And this is where you're really going to lean on your expertise and think about like, okay, why do I not do that? Or why do I do that? Why have I seen that this is so important to my clients? And why is this actually not important? All right, let's move on to the second D, which is desirable. So desirable is all about showing people why your offer is exactly what they want. And we want to get really specific in here, because what most people think desire is just throwing out like, okay, what's the big promise of this offer? Like throwing out big shiny numbers, throwing out surface level benefits like, oh, have more clarity or confidence. But what really creates desire is naming the experience that they want to have, right? Like, what is the feeling that they want to have? What is the result that they want to achieve? And like, what are they hoping to have on the other side? And not just what is it, but really like breaking it down for them to show them like, this is the future that's waiting for you once we do this work together. So, for example, you wouldn't just be like, oh, I have weekly calls and you can get supported anytime. Maybe it's something like, on these weekly calls, we will dive into your resume and help you know exactly what tweaks to make so that you stand out as a top applicant. Right? That's like, oh yeah, like that's desirable because it's not just about the resume. It's not just about the calls. It's about, I want to stand out as a top applicant, right? So we really got specific to make sure that like they can see the desire and why they desire this offer, why they would desire your program, your support, etc. Okay, and the last D is doable. And I think this is probably my favorite D because it's like one of those things that I think we often overlook. Like when we're the expert, like if you're a career coach, you're thinking about career coaching all day. If you're a parenting coach, you're thinking about parents and kids all day. And we love what we do. And so we're like happy to like think about it and spend all of our time on it. But the reality is our clients are people. They have limited time, limited energy, limited capacity. And like they don't want to spend all their time like just talking to you about parenting or career or life coaching or whatever you help people do. They want to just get the like fastest, simplest, easiest, straightforward way to the thing that they want. If they want a happier relationship with their child, they want the simplest, most doable way of making that happen so that they can get on with their life. If they want to improve their career and they want to get out of their crappy job and into a better job, they want the simplest, smoothest way possible to get there and move on with their life, right? Like we're always trying to just, okay, how do I get this done so I can like get on to like other things, right? And this is kind of human nature. We're always working towards that next thing. And so it's not a bad thing. It's just more of like being realistic with people's, time, energy, and capacity. And so a big mistake I see people make and experts make is overloading the offer to prove the value, right? So it's like, oh yeah, the course is $1,000, but it has 20 modules in it and I do a weekly call and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, but I don't want to attend weekly calls, or I don't want to spend 14 hours going through 14 modules, right? So even though you're trying to make it sound valuable by, oh, I'm giving you so much, it actually can just end up overwhelming people and making them delay wanting to start or not start at all. And so overall, we just don't want to make your offer sound like they're committing to a second full-time job. We just want to almost think about how you can use your expertise, right? You have used your expertise to create your offer. And you also want to show how you use your expertise to make things as simple and easy and doable for them as possible. So for example, let's say you have a content course. You wouldn't just want to say like, inside you're going to find 100 content hooks that you can use to create content, right? You might want to say like, oh, and these content hooks are broken down day by day and they come with captions so that you know exactly what to post each and every day. All you have to do is log in, fill out the template, and hit post, right? So we're trying, see how I just like made that not just be like, here's 100 prompts, like good luck. It was like, okay, here's how I'm going to make this really doable for you. You're going to be in and out, post your content, get back to your life, and this content is actually going to work for you and grow your business. Right? So just think about like, what are those things for you? I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. Let's say it's like nutrition. So instead of being like, oh yeah, like when we work together, you'll have a meal plan. It's like, okay, but how can we make this sound more doable? Maybe it's like, with this meal plan, you're going to know exactly how to go into the grocery store and be in and out in 30 minutes and leave with a week's worth of healthy groceries that you know exactly how to cook into healthy meals, something like that, right? But we made it sound doable because it's like, okay, not only do I have this meal plan, but it's like, I'm going to know how to like go on efficient grocery trips and not spend, over an hour wandering the aisles, wondering if I should buy broccoli or asparagus that week, right? You're going to know exactly what to do. And we can go from there. But that's the idea, is making your offer sound doable. Nobody wants an extra chore on their to-do list. They have chores at home for free. They don't want to pay for more chores, more work. And again, it's not to downplay the work that does need to be done, right? We're not trying to like make it sound like it's going to be sunshine, rainbows, easy peasy, just blink and it's overnight success. We're not trying to do that. But we are trying to showcase the things that you are making simple, fast, easy, doable, or anything that is no longer going to be hard, confusing, complicated, tedious. Like, how can you kind of put that forward to grab their attention and go, oh yeah, like I've seen plenty of content courses, but nobody who made it sound doable. Or I've, seen different like website providers or website designers, but nobody made it feel like, I couldn't go wrong if I got started. And that's really the main thing about doable, is we want to show people that they're ready. Like, even if you have limited time, limited energy, limited capacity, you can join or apply or start seeing wins and results. And so we're trying to like lower that barrier for entry to make them go like, yeah, I could get started. I don't need to set aside 40 hours a week to do this. So yeah, those are the 3 Ds of instant appeal. And I would say that instant appeal is one of the 3 key shifts you need to make in your marketing, your messaging, and your offer if you want to build urgency and bring in sales any day, anytime, even without deadlines, discounts, and bonuses. And so for the other 2 ways on how to build that urgency, definitely sign up for my free training called the Urgency Upgrade. The link is in the description and in my bio and all the places. And I also dive deep into this in my program, Urgency on Evergreen. So that's my 6-month program where we look at your offer and look at how we can build real desire, demand, and urgency so that you can bring in sales any day, anytime. And so if you want my eyes on your marketing, that's definitely the best place to start. And the link for that is also in the description. All right, thanks so much for watching. I hope you took lots of notes. I can't wait to see what you do with it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.